Hello YouTube, it is Vracon here. So I'm going to do another first impressions of a new upcoming MMORPG called Lost Ark that's going to be coming to the West in the US soon. It's already in Russia, Korea, and Japan. I'm playing on the Russia server, but I just want to go over some features or show you some environments, features, systems, a little bit of the combat, but it won't be too detailed. I've only been playing the game for about a week, but kind of give you my thoughts on it and if we should be looking forward to it coming up in the US, in the West soon. I will put a link in the description below on how to play the game on the Russia server from another YouTuber by the name of Percy. So I want to thank him for making the video originally. That's how I learned how to play on the Russia server myself. So credit to him on that. And before we get started, I just want to tell you I do stream on Twitch. I will put my Twitch link below. You can come hang out and chat, and love to have you. But let's get started, guys, with the character creation. I'm gonna run through it pretty quick right here on the character creation. But you basically start off with a face. As you can see, different faces you can use. Then you go to the next part right here, and basically just a variation of the same face. To edit it a little more, then you go here with the eyes, eyebrows, cheek, chin, nose, mouth, etc. Next, we go with the hair, different hairstyles or whatever. Of course, you can go with change the colors. You can go two-toned and make it two-tone and stuff like that as well. And different little details down here you can change. Eyes, pupil size, colors the eyes. You can make it odd eye. Skin color, age, freckles. You can change the skin color, as you can see. And you go to makeup. These are like eyes. You can do like eyeliner and stuff like that. Different little makeup right here. And you got the lips. So tattoos are basically these different kind of tattoos right here. Change the color as usual, same as other stuff. Avatar, you can actually make the Joker. You can make an orc. These are tattoos. You can kind of move around. You can make them bigger, smaller. You can move them up and down, as you can see. And stickers is kind of like a tattoo too. You can do the same, change it around. Accessories is just a beard. Not many beard options right now, but that's basically a quick rundown on the character creation. Let's get us move on and to the next part of the video and get started. All right, guys. All right, guys. So I want to kind of start off by just showing you some of the different environments, zones, landscapes, cities. So you can kind of get a sense of how the game looks and kind of the art style of the different areas of the game. And that was the main city right there that you just saw. This is kind of part of a dungeon type area. This is actually the intro of the whole assassin main class and all the subclasses that are under it. Some pretty epic scenes. I mean, this is so epic right here, this boat ride. As you can tell, it's beautiful. It's kind of funny. Kind of reminds me of something you may be seeing like Disney World or something, you know, like a ride. This is actually a hidden dungeon. The beginning, just kind of walking in. Again, this is part of a city. Kind of show you some of the landscapes and got the waterfall in the background. As you can tell, it's a very nice looking game. And of course, when you play on your own computer, everything will look a little bit nicer. Art style is always subjective, but graphically, I think it's very, very nice and well done. This is part of a desert type zone. This is kind of beginning like a little quest hub area, but kind of see the how it looks a little bit. This is one of the dungeons. This dungeon right here is incredible. I thought it was so well done. So guys, next I just want to talk about many of the features and kind of systems in the game. Again, it won't be a detailed video on this, but just kind of show you a little bit, and some of it I don't understand quite all of it yet, but I'll show it to you. Let's start off. I just want to say that they do have controller support for anybody that wants controller support. They do have controller support, as you can see right here. So that is a big bonus for many people. So let's start off with the skills. So as you level up, you basically get skills. Go all the way down here, get many skills, and then you can level them up. Each skill, though, you can actually spec in different levels of skills. Like this one gives me extra damage. This right here increases attack speed. So you can spec into these going down on each skill. So it adds a little more variety to your builds, which is kind of nice. And, a lot of the classes have a middle area right here on the hotbar, which will, you know, mine does gravity cores. It's kind of the specialty of my destroyer class. Some of them have like gauges and stuff like that go up. So a lot of them have uniqueness in the middle for the combat. You can slot different items. Like this is for movement speed. You got your potions. This is like a shield type of thing. So you got different things you can slot right here. Add in the combat, you get 8 abilities, and you will get an ultimate ability eyes as well. So some like a little bit of craft and stuff right here. So you got a gem synthesis system right here of 3 gems of the same level. They can be synthesized. I can't even talk. 1 taller. So it's a little gem system right there. And so let's look at the card collection system right here. So you collect cards throughout the game, doing different tasks and things throughout the game. And you can combine them and stuff like this, and add more stats and buffs to your character, which is kind of a cool system. Right now, I got these 2 added. I got 8% earth resistance. So that's kind of a unique. Here's some of your cards right here. Here's the forge system. So this card collection system is kind of cool too. Let's look at some more, guys. So you get a legacy bonus, which every time you level up your legacy rank, you will get like extra strength, dex, HP, etc. Your legacy system, I think, pretty sure it carries over to other characters as well. So that's kind of a cool little thing. So let's look at the character right here. So basically, here's all the character items you can use. Here's some stats right here. You get info that will go deeper over here. And you can scroll over and it will show you more details on it. Image personality, you can start to get some. These are kind of like costume slots, as you can see right here. This shows you more right here. Engraving, here's another kind of crafting like system. You can take these items and put them over here, and it can eventually add more like buffs to your character, like extra armor or whatever it may be. So this is kind of like a kind of mini crafting type system. I wouldn't call it a true craft, but yes, that's an extra cool little system they have right here. Let's look at the expedition. So this is like achievements and stuff like right here. You can see adventure quest. I've got 0 raids. I've not done any raids yet. 0. So that's kind of more unique stuff. Let's jump into life skills. Here's kind of your crafting. So you got herbalism, lumbering, mining, hunting, fishing, archaeology. So it basically works a lot of the gathering skills just like other games. You go to mines and you kind of mine it. Fishing, you know, pretty similar to what we done in the past. I haven't dived into crafting too much, so I can't give too many details on it, but they do have it right here. And you have collectibles. You have a music system right here. Some like this is song return. This kind of return you back to an area you want to go to, which is kind of nice. So those are some just very basic features, guys, of the game. Nothing really detailed. I just want to show them to you so you know kind of what's in it, and some cool little items that the game has to offer. So guys, I want to get in a little bit of the combat now. As you see, some of the combat, these next videos are going to be a little bit about that. As you see, this is like one of the Assassin's classes, the intro, which kind of lets you kind of just play through. I think it may mix different abilities of the couple of assassin classes they have to kind of give you a feel for the class the very first hour of the game. But you see this very quick mobility wise. Look in the middle, there's a gouge in the middle that you can kind of rise up and level. This is the destroyer right here. As you see, the middle has a gravity core system. So in the middle, a lot of these classes, they have a system that's kind of iconic to that class, which kind of separates it. And as you can see, this class right here is slower place. It's big, heavy swinging, totally different feel than the last class you just saw, the assassin type of class, which is, I think, the Fury, and I forgot the other name of the other one of the assassin classes, but totally different feel. The impact of the abilities feel completely different, so it does it's not really cookie cutter on the sound effects and just how it feels. I do think the combat is really strong. I was actually shockingly surprised how good it felt. It flows. It just flows nicely. It's kind of hard to explain combat sometimes, as many of you know, because there is that flow ability and just how it kind of feels, the movement, the abilities, etc. And of course, every ability that you put on your hotbar, you can kind of you got 3 different levels to it that you can spec 3 different ways, from a cooldown to more damage to like gap closures, the distance of it, where then like immunity, it does more damage to somebody's immune and stuff. I mean, just all kind of little different things you can do with the combat, which makes it kind of nice. I think the combat's very strong in this game. I've only played 2 classes again, but yeah, I'm really excited for it. For the combat, I definitely got to give it at least a B+. It's hard for me to give A+ in games because there's always issues with it, but I haven't found a negative yet with the combat. But I haven't done the PvP in the end game or the raid end game, so I'm sure there'll be issues there. No game is perfectly balanced, as we all know, so there could be some balance issues that I'm not aware of at the moment. But as of the flow in the field of combat, it's very good, very nice as well. So I want to kind of give you my kind of final thoughts. I want to give you a couple of negatives too. I've talked very highly so far, but there are a couple of negatives. I wish the world felt a little more open than it does. Coming from MMOs mainly instead of ARPGs, it's a little bit more like corridors. I feel like too much for my taste, but it's not game breaking at all. I mean, there's no perfect game. I wish it was a little more open, but I mean, I was just playing like Last Epoch, which is in development. It's kind of the same way as this, so maybe that's kind of a staple for like ARPGs, so it may not bother a lot of people. Also, it is right now on the Russia server release, it's gender locked for the classes. Now, I did read in some areas like Japan and Korea or something, they may be doing removing gender lock. And then some people told me it may be like mirror classes, where it may not be complete gender lock, but they're going to make a male female version kind of that mirrors that class as well. So, if they do something like that, that's great. That's probably 2 things that I'm not a big fan of. I mean, graphics are very good. Art style is always subjective, but graphically it's very nice looking. A lot of people were worried about it not feeling like a Western type of game, which it actually does very much. If that kind of makes sense. Different areas have different feels to their game, but this is I think in the US West, I think you'll be perfectly fine with how this game looks and plays. Crafting, I haven't dealt too much in, so I can't comment too much on that. I mean, they got a lot of unique little systems in the game. I've dabbled in, but I haven't went deep in, so I want to dabble more in that. They do have housing for people that like housing. They do have housing. They got the guilds, of course, like any other MMO. But overall, man, I definitely think this is one to put on your radar, and this is coming from somebody who probably didn't have a lot of expectations, to be honest with you. I don't have as much hype for this as I did as I do for like Ashes of Creation, or what I did for New World before I played it. And kind of New World was kind of a little disappointment in the beta. We'll see how that changes, but it's actually exceeded my expectations to the point that right now, if it was a US launch and not having to play on a Russia server, I would make it my main game currently. That's how good I think it is at the moment. But yes, guys, definitely recommend, definitely keep an eye on this game for when it launches in the US. Amazon Games will be publishing the game actually, so keep an eye on it. Again, if you like the video, please hit like, subscribe. It definitely will help me out. I'm a new YouTuber, and I do stream on Twitch. The Twitch link will be in the description as well. Guys, thank you for checking out my video, and hope to see you in game, or hope you stop by and chat up with me on Twitch. Thank you, guys.